Hello, I'm Andre.
And I'm Andrea.
We are doing Doctor Who. And that was the Time Meddler. We just finished season 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
It should feel super victorious, but we have so many seasons to go.
So much left. So
Yeah.
much left. So the Time Meddler, you would think that something like The Chase would be a good season finale, right?
Right.
With Ian and Barbara leaving the dogs.
Yeah, I would think that that would make a good season finale.
You would. But instead, they chose to end with this, which is a nice, quiet little story with a big, like, bang in the middle of it.
Yeah, it is quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's quiet and lyrical, and Douglas Camfield is the director, and it's just beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sort of hypnotizing a little bit. It was like it was so pretty and like no crazy sounds, no crazy music.
Right.
So, yeah.
So we start the Time Meddler off by reintroducing us to Stephen Taylor, who's our new companion.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that?
I was, yeah, but I like never see anything coming, so I really like him. So I'm glad that it's not just like some new character that I have had no knowledge of whatsoever. So it's kind of nice that it's at least like, oh, we met him last episode. It like eases the Ian Barbara transition a little bit. I really like Steven, and I think that him and Vicky are so good together. So I think that he's gonna be. I think I'm really gonna like him as a character. So yeah, I miss Ian and Barbara, especially Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but definitely like them.
So in the Time Meddler, we show up in 1066 in England, just about before the Vikings invade and before the Battle of Hastings. King Harold defeats the Vikings in the way established history went.
Right.
But then, because his forces are depleted, William the Conqueror beats him in the Battle of Hastings. And so we get this atmospheric mystery where we find, a wristwatch on the ground, and we find the gramophone,
right.
playing monk music, and we have this shifty monk, and we don't know exactly what's going on for
Yeah.
a while. And what did you think of the mystery with it?
I thought it was like for the first couple episodes, I had no clue what was going on. I'm like, I couldn't figure out if they were like in modern, like when he found the watch, I'm like, okay, so they're in modern time, but these people are like some weird little like cult of people who refuse to move forward or something. Like I had just like all these ideas in my head. And then I finally kind of, like the more things that they found that were like from modern day, the more I was like, okay, no, it's something else. I can't remember what made me realize that the monk was a time traveler.
I think, if I remember right, it was his first aid kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the Vikings gets injured and comes to the monastery, and this is all screwing up the monk's plan, of course.
Right.
So the monk has to take care of him, and he opens this modern first aid kit. He's got penicillin.
Penicillin, yeah. I'm like, okay, he's a time traveler.
Which all sets you up for that episode 3 cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Where there's a sarcophagus that the monk is clearly sort of obsessed with, and Stephen and Vicky go into that sarcophagus and find out that it's a TARDIS. The monk has a TARDIS.
Crazy.
Crazy.
He's not allowed to have a TARDIS. There's only one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were bowled over by that. You couldn't believe what you were watching.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so when they first went in there, I'm like, I thought like that he like stole their TARDIS and like somehow had figured out how to fix it and reshape it or something. I don't know, because they couldn't find theirs because it was underwater, Right. So I was like, okay, so he stole theirs, but no, he's like from the Doctor's planet and has a TARDIS.
This is the first other member of the Doctor's race that we've met.
I didn't know that there were other, like I didn't know.
For people who watch the modern show, there's a lot of things that we sort of take for granted, and those things were very slowly revealed over the course of the early show. And so it's really interesting to watch you knowing none of this and coming to all of these things as they would have appeared to somebody in 1965, right?
Yeah, that's true. I know nothing about what's gonna happen, so.
What I really love about the Time Meddler is that it's so gentle and small,
I know.
Even the resolution where they just sort of, they maroon the guy there, and there's no like big fight or anything. They just sort of, they shrink his TARDIS and so he can't get in, and that's it. And he's like, oh no! Doctor! The monk's plan is to defeat the Vikings early so that King Harold doesn't have to deplete his forces, and then can defeat William in the Battle of Hastings and be a good king.
And he's been meddling with stuff all over the place, which is a no-no.
Absolutely. But what's interesting is that that's not really an evil plan.
I know.
It could possibly even improve things, and yet you just can't do it.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah. You just can't
Barbara learned that early, and this guy clearly is not learning. I thought that these episodes were sort of interesting because we didn't really have, like, our bad guy wasn't really a bad guy. So when he stranded him at the end, I was just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I obviously he wasn't going to stop his meddling, and it was harmful to the course of history. But yeah, he wasn't like trying to do bad things and wasn't a bad guy. So I don't know if there maybe would have been a better way to handle that. But the doctor says maybe he'll come back for him, and when he's learned his lesson or whatever. So.
But how great was Peter Butterworth as the monk? I thought he was just wonderful.
He was really good. Yeah, he was good at like giving little bits away and not the whole thing. So you couldn't tell if he was like he obviously he put the doctor in jail, so you're like, oh, so he's a bad guy. But then he didn't have any like, tendencies that seemed evil. So yeah, he was great.
I thought this was a really great story for Hartnell too. I thought he really shone in a lot of his when he's using the stick to threaten the monk. I thought he really,
thinks everything's funny.
He does
everything. Like he laughs through everything when he's not scolding somebody. I did like this one.
Good.
I like our new companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really afraid that I was gonna have a bad attitude because of Ian and Barbara being gone, because I was just like, then what is the show, But I really like Steven, and I really like Steven and Vicky together, so I'm excited to watch them sort of do this together and how things play out. So
yeah, we come to the end of a season. It's sort of a reinvention. This is what the new show looks like. Let's take a little look back at this season and what you thought of this.
Okay.
We started with Planet of Giants. That was the first one of the second season, where
everything was actually shrunk.
Yep, and then the Dalek invasion of Earth was in this one.
Crazy. Obviously, I hated the web planet so much. Like, I don't even want to talk about it or hear the title of it. I hated it. I thought this season was funnier than the first season, and I really liked the comedic moments in it. I feel like that sort of helped me get through it. I really liked the Space Museum.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was just like so clever to me.
Crusade.
I really liked the Crusade. Yeah, I think the Web Planet is the only one that I can think of that I just really hated this season. I'm sure there were some others that I wasn't crazy about, but that one is just so bad.
Yeah.
So the rest of them, yeah, I think I actually like this season more than the first season because of the humor.
Yeah.
So.
It's our tradition now, whenever we come to the end of the season, we have a celebratory jelly baby, which is a joke that you'll get in about 2 years.
I love jokes that I'll get in 2 years.
So congratulations on making it through another season.
Thank you.
Would you like a jelly baby?
Yes. Very good.
So thanks again for watching. Next week we're going to start season 3 with the reconstruction of Galaxy 4.
Yay, reconstruction.
Hooray! So thanks so much for watching again. See you next time.
Bye.